In the name of God, the Almighty, the Merciful. Successful are the believers, those who in their duty are humble, and those who from vain speech turn away, and those who act upon the purity, and those who preserve their chastity, save with their wives or with what their right hands possess, then are they not blameworthy. But whoso seeks beyond that, it is they who are the transgressors, and those who attend to their trusts and their covenant, and those who preserve their duties, it is they who are the heirs, those who inherit paradise, therein will they abide eternally. And we created man from an extract of clay. Then we placed him as a sperm drop in a secure fixed lodging. Then we created the sperm drop a clinging thing, and created the clinging thing a fleshy lump, and created the fleshy lump bones, and clothed the bones with flesh. Then we produced it as another creation, and blessed be God, the best of creators. Then after that will you die. Then on the day of resurrection will you be raised. And we have created above you 7 paths, and we are not heedless of the creation. And we sent down from the sky water in measure, and gave it lodging in the earth, and we are able to take it away. And we produced for you therewith gardens of date palms and grapevines. For you therein is much fruit, and thereof you eat. And a tree that comes forth from Mount Sinai, yielding fruit, and a seasoning for the eaters. And for you in the cattle is a lesson. We give you drink of what is in their bellies, and for you therein are many benefits. And of them you eat, and upon them and upon the ships are you carried. And we sent Noah to his people, and he said, O my people, serve God, you have no God but he. Will you then not be in prudent fear? Then said the eminent ones who disbelieved among his people, This is only a mortal like you, desiring to take precedence over you. And had God willed, he would have sent down angels. We heard not of this among our fathers of old. He is only a man possessed, so wait for him for a time. He said, My Lord, help thou me, because they have denied me. And we instructed him, Make thou the ship under our eyes and our instruction. Then when our command comes, and the oven boils over, load thou therein of each kind 2, and thy household, save him against whom the word has gone forth among them. And address thou me not on behalf of those who do wrong, they will be drowned. And when thou art seated, thou and whoso is with thee upon the ship, say thou, Praise belongs to God, who has delivered us from the wrong-doing people. And say thou, My Lord, set thou me down at a blessed landing place, and thou art the best of those who set down. In that are proofs, and we are testing. Then we produced after them another generation, and we sent among them a messenger from among them. Serve God, you have no God but he. Will you then not be in prudent fear? And said the eminent ones of his people, those who ignored warning and denied the meeting of the hereafter, and to whom we had given opulence in the life of this world, This is only a mortal like you. He eats of that whereof you eat, and drinks of that you drink. And if you obey a mortal like yourselves, you will then be the losers. Does he promise you that when you are dead and are dust and bones, you will be brought forth? Far-fetched is what you are promised. There is only our life of this world. We die and we live, and we will not be raised up. He is only a man who invented a lie about God, and we will not believe him. He said, My Lord, help thou me, because they have denied me. Said he, In a little while will they become remorseful. Then the blast seized them with justice, and we made them as decaying herbage. Then away with the wrong-doing people. Then we produced after them other generations. No community outstrips its term, nor will they defer. Then we sent our messengers in succession. Every time its messenger came to a community, they denied him, and we caused some of them to follow others, and made them legends. Then away with a people who do not believe. Then we sent Moses and his brother Aaron with our proofs and a clear authority to Pharaoh and his eminent ones. But they had waxed proud, and they were a self-exalting people. And they said, Shall we believe two mortals like ourselves, and whose people serve us? Then they denied them, and were among those destroyed. And we gave Moses the writ, that they might be guided. And we made the son of Mary and his mother a proof, and we gave them shelter upon a high ground, a fixed lodging, and a running spring. O you messengers, eat of the good things, and work righteousness. I know what you do. And this your community is one community, and I am your Lord, so be in prudent fear of me. But they divided their command among them into writings, each party exulting at what it has. So leave thou them in their flood of ignorance for a time. Think they that in the wealth and sons wherewith we supply them, we hasten for them good things? The truth is, they perceive not. Those who are from fear of their Lord in dread, and those who believe in the proofs of their Lord, and those who ascribe not a partnership to their Lord, and those who give what they give with their hearts in dread that they are returning to their Lord, these compete in good deeds, and they are forerunners therein. And we burden not any soul save to its capacity, and with us is a writ which speaks the truth, and they will not be wronged. The truth is, their hearts are in a flood of ignorance about this, and they have works besides that which they are doing. When we have seized their opulent ones with punishment, then will they cry out. Cry out not this day, you will not be helped by us. Our proofs were recited to you, and you turned back therefrom on your heels, waxing proud thereat, talking to no purpose into the night. Have they then not considered the word with care? If there has come to them what came not to their fathers of old, or if they did not know their messenger and so do not recognize him, or if they say, He is possessed, the truth is, he has brought them the truth, but most of them are averse to the truth. And had the truth followed their vain desires, the heavens and the earth and whoso is therein would have been corrupted. The truth is, we brought them their remembrance, and they from their remembrance are turning away. If thou askest of them payment, then is the reward of thy Lord better, and he is the best of providers. And thou invitest them to a straight path, and those who believe not in the hereafter are deviating from the path. And were we to have mercy on them, and to remove what is upon them of distress, they would persist in wandering blindly in their inordinacy. And we seized them with the punishment, that they might return. But they yielded not to their Lord, nor humbled themselves. When we have opened against them a gate of severe punishment, then are they therein in despair. And he it is that produced for you hearing and sight and hearts, little are you grateful. And he it is that created you in the earth, and to him will you be gathered. And he it is that gives life and gives death, and his is the alternation of night and day. Will you then not use reason? The truth is, they say the like of what the former people said. They said, when we are dead and are dust and bones, will we be raised? We have been promised this, we and our fathers before. These are only legends of the former peoples. Say thou, to whom belong the earth, and whoso is therein, if you know? They will say, to God. Say thou, will you then not take heed? Say thou, who is Lord of the 7 heavens and Lord of the great throne? They will say, God. Say thou, will you then not be in prudent fear? Say thou, in whose hand is dominion of all things, and he grants protection, and against whom there is no protection, if you know? They will say, in God's. Say thou, how then are you taken by sorcery? The truth is, we brought them the truth, and they are liars. God has not taken any son, and there is not with him any God. Then would each god have taken what he created, and some of them would have overcome others. Glory be to God above what they describe, the knower of the unseen and the seen, and exalted above that to which they ascribe a partnership. Say thou, my Lord, if thou show me what they are promised, my Lord, then place thou me not among the wrongdoing people, and we are able to show thee what we promise them. Repel thou the evil with what is better, we best know what they describe, and say thou, my Lord, I seek refuge in thee from the goading of the Satans, and I seek refuge in thee, my Lord, lest they be present with me. When death has come to one of them, he says, my Lord, send thou me back, that I might work righteousness in what I left behind. No, indeed, it is but a word that he says, and behind them is a barrier until the day they are raised. And when the trumpet is blown, then no ties of kinship are between them that day, nor will they ask one of another. Then whose balances are heavy, it is they who are the successful, and whose balances are light, those are they who have lost their souls in Gehenna, abiding eternally, the fire scorching their faces, and they scowling therein. Were not my proofs recited to you, and you denied them? They will say, our Lord, our wretchedness overcame us, and we were a people astray. Our Lord, turn thou us out therefrom. If we return, then are we wrongdoers. He will say, Be despised therein, and speak not to me. A faction among my servants said, Our Lord, we believe, then forgive thou us, and have mercy on us, and thou art the best of those who have mercy. Then you took them in derision, until they made you forget my remembrance, and you laughed at them. I have rewarded them this day for their patience. They are the attainers of success. He will say, How long tarried you in the earth by number of years? They will say, We tarried a day or part of a day. Ask thou those who keep count. He will say, You tarried only a little. Had you but known, how short it was to be. Thought you that we only created you for amusement, and that to us you would not be returned? Then exalted be God, the true King. There is no God save He, the Lord of the noble throne. And whoso calls with God to another God, whereof he has no evidence, then is his reckoning but with his Lord. The false claimers of guidance will not be successful. And say thou, My Lord, forgive thou, and have thou mercy, and thou art the best of those who have mercy.